Hi, my name is Sumaiya Nalukwago, a tech content creator and an IT professional. I'm a community lead for GDG Cloud Mbara in Uganda and Women Tech Makers Mbara in Uganda. And I'm so much excited to be speaking at Rendercon Kenya, and I'm going to be talking about how you can master soft skills so that you become that good React developer. So let's get into it. So first, we need to understand what are soft skills, why do we need them, how can we get them, So basically, soft skills are like, those skills that you can learn, skills that you can attain, and not attached to any career. I am an IT professional, but if I transitioned into, let's say, medicine, and I have soft skills, I can easily transfer my soft skills to the medical career. I can carry them along. Soft skills are not like, the technical skills. If I'm a software developer, I use maybe Laravel, a PHP, and I'm not going to use those ones when I decide to become a doctor, no. But with soft skills, you can take them on. Soft skills are like, a skill like communication, your ability to express your ideas both verbally or through written communication. That's one skill that you can actually take through different careers. So a skill like teamwork, you being able to work with others so that you can achieve a common goal alone is a soft skill. So your ability to transfer this skill from one career to another is what shows how capable you are to sustain yourself in a different career. So we have a lot of soft skills. We have problem solving, we have adaptability. Okay, let me get to explain them so that we can get to understand them. So problem solving is the ability for you to find solutions in case you're faced with a challenge. Take an example of, as developers, we work with people, we work with clients, we work with very many different people. So your ability to identify a challenge, to solve it, shows how capable you are, how good you are at problem solving. So problem solvers generally analyze the situation. You're going to see how the situation is, identify how you can handle it, and come up with a solution, come up with an actionable plan, and definitely work on it. As developers, as people in tech, we find problems every other single day. We get challenges of, we get bugs, we get, maybe your laptop has crashed, we get hardware issues, all those challenges. So how you understand that challenge, how you go through it alone shows how good you are at problem solving. And one other skill is adaptability. You as a developer, as an expert in tech, as a beginner in tech, your ability to be flexible, to be open to change, whether it's through the different tasks that you've been assigned to, whether it's the new tool, tech is always ever evolving, and then you have to learn the new tool, you have to learn a new skill, your ability to keep on changing to the new environment and, being able to adjust alone shows how adaptable you are. And as developers, we definitely have to be adaptable because we are in a world that keeps on changing every day. Software updates are here, and you have to update, you have to upskill. It's really necessary. So we have to learn how to be adaptable. Then one other vital soft skill is time management. As Africans, we think, we don't have to manage time, blah, 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 but time is money, and efficiently managing your time and prioritizing tasks puts you ahead of very, very many people. So as people in tech, I kindly implore you to be able to meet deadlines, to be able to, to work on time, because you realize if you don't work on time, then you'll have a lot of deadlines to meet, you have a lot of workload, you have backlogs. So let's try as much as we can to manage our time. I know it doesn't come off easy, especially if you've not really had a background in time management, if you've not really been good at managing your tasks. It might be hard, but you take it one step at a time. Then the other one is leadership. You don't have to be like, hold that title of I'm a project manager, I'm a CEO, I'm a manager here and there to be a leader. No, leadership begins with you as a person knowing that I'm responsible for this. I'm supposed to maybe motivate myself to do something. I'm supposed to push myself. Then that's when you know that you're a leader. So your ability to motivate yourself and guide yourself through something, through a project, shows how capable you are. So you should be able to work in teams, you should be able to motivate teams, you should be able to inspire other people. I mean, you know, you should be able to influence decision making. You should be a leader yourself. If you can decide to do something good, then that means you will be able to influence a team to do something good. So think about it. Can you influence yourself into doing something good? Can you motivate yourself? Can you inspire yourself? Can you push yourself? Because as a leader, you're supposed to lead other people through the right path. So if you cannot lead yourself through the right path, then that means, you know, there's something for you to work on. And as people in tech, then we definitely need the leadership skills. Then the other one now, this is a crucial one, emotional intelligence. As people in tech, most of us are introverts. I'm personally an introvert, but how we manage our emotions when we are faced with challenges, when we have maybe an overload of tasks, when we are going through it, you know, when we are depressed, when we are angry, maybe when the team lead is not, you know, approving our work and they are asking for more changes. They are asking, you know that time when you're really feeling like, should I still push on in tech? How are you going to handle that? That's where emotional intelligence comes in. How you manage your emotions, understanding the emotions of others, because your manager, your immediate supervisor will be angry at you, will be mad at you. How are you going to handle that? This will really lead to better interpersonal relationships and conflict resolution, because if you don't manage your emotions well, you'll be angry, you react poorly, you will lead to a lot of conflicts. So you need to learn how to moderate your emotions. One thing that really works for me is you don't have to respond immediately. Maybe you can say, I'm going to work on it, think through it. You don't have to react immediately when you're angry. You can react when the anger has calmed down. Then the other soft skill is creativity. Your ability to think outside the box, your ability to generate innovative ideas, your ability to, bring on something new, think. And as developers, because, we like, working alone, like in one environment, we want to be in our own spaces, we tend to limit our creativity. So go out, hang out, take a walk, maybe if you're into exercising, go to gym, so that you can have those fresh ideas. Hang out with people outside your career so that you can get their other perspective on life, and so that you will actually posture your mind to think creatively. Then now one other soft skill that links with creativity is critical thinking. So critical thinking is basically, paying attention to something and thinking about it more and more. If it's an idea, if it's an innovation that you're coming with, think about it, go through the ideation process, that whole design thinking process, analyze it, make reasonable judgments. One thing I know is that critical thinkers evaluate evidence before reaching to conclusions or making decisions. So this is something you really want to consider. Then one other one would be negotiation. Yeah, we are developers. You're a React developer, and you have your skills, you have your 3-5 year experience. How are you going to negotiate for your salary? You've seen this job posting, you have the skills that are required, everything mentioned in the job description, you really have it all. And now you're applying, you've gone through the interview, and now you're going to negotiate for your salary. So that art of, mutually finding a mutual understanding between you and the hiring manager, the recruiting manager, is what, puts you ahead of every other person. So your ability to know that your skills require maybe this and this salary. Okay, it's not only through hiring and, negotiating salary. Even if it's an argument and maybe you're a product designer and someone is telling the product should be on this end, maybe a product should be, the interface should be this way, all that, you being able to negotiate and understand both sides of an argument and working together so that you have a good leveled ground where you've all decided that we are working on one thing. It shows how good you are at negotiation. So Look out for how you can negotiate. You can go to YouTube, you look for, you know, how you can negotiate clearly without having issues with the person you're negotiating with. Then the other one is decision making. Now, as developers, as people in tech, if we are to make decisions, then decisions shouldn't only impact us, but also the people we are developing for. You're going to develop software, but have you thought about the person that you're going to develop the software for? You should be able to make informed decisions. You should be able to make effective decisions after analyzing the data, after weighing all the available options. Good decision makers are always confident and consider the potential impacts that may come up, because, you know, with every decision there is a bad and good. So you have to weigh the bad, the good of each and every other decision you decide to make, and also see the impact of this decision, the choice that you've decided to make. Then one other vital one is empathy. Empathy is more of you putting yourself in the shoes of the kind of person you're working for. If you're developing software, if you're developing hardware for a person with a disability, have you tried to put yourself in their shoes to understand the pain they go through, the challenges they face? Because it's only by you putting yourself in their position that you will understand what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to solve for them. So understanding and sharing the feelings of others will enable you easily create a solution for them. So empathy helps in, you know, building trust and improving communication in personal and professional relationships. Even if it's outside developing, if you're working on a team and maybe someone has told you that maybe they are going through a challenge, you have to put yourself in their position and know, if I was in this position, how would I feel? How would I want to be handled? You know, that kind of thing. So that's empathy. Then, as developers, we need to be resilient. Of course, challenges come, challenges go, but how we bounce back, the ability to bounce back from the setbacks, and we continue moving forward. Resilient individuals really maintain a positive attitude even in challenging situations. So you have to motivate yourself and know, I can go through it all, I can handle it. And if I cannot handle it, then how are you going to go through that phase? Are you taking a break? Are you relearning? You know, that kind of thing. Then, now this is also vital. As we are innovating, as we're developing, as we're doing whatever we're doing in tech, we need to be aware of the culture. We are Africans, or even if you're not African, you need to consider the culture of the people you're developing for. Understanding and respecting cultural differences in a workplace, in any environment, will really set you apart, because you have to be culturally aware so that you include everyone, and so that people can take in whatever you're developing. Because you're going to develop an app, you're going to develop a system, and people will not take it in because it doesn't fit in their culture. So you have to consider the culture. You have to be aware of the different cultures. And lastly, this is not like the really last soft skill, but lastly, we have to build professional relationships that, you know, we can rely on, we can find support in, we can get information from. You know, networking involves both giving and receiving value from connections. So you have to realize that you have a network of, you know, of people that you can rely on. So what's the importance of soft skills? You know, I've listed a lot of soft skills. What's their importance to a React developer? So I find soft skills a secret weapon for us, because yes, you have the technical skills, but soft skills are also necessary. So technical skills are really crucial in React development, but one thing you have to know is soft skills can be a groundbreaker for you. They will help you collaborate. I talked about collaboration. They will help you collaborate effectively, you know, solve problems creatively, and lead teams effectively. So you look at a soft skill I've mentioned and think about how you're going to embed it in whatever you're doing. So for example, communication. So effective communication is really vital in React development. If you learn how to communicate with, you know, the designers on the team, the product managers on the team, the fellow developers that you're working with, trust me, it will make the workflow smooth, and you will even avoid misunderstandings. Because if a conflict comes up and you really know how to communicate, you know how to verbally speak, you know how to, you know, the written communication, you know how to speak via the communication channels that involve written communication, then trust me, it will be easy. So what are the action points here? Active listening. Listen to your team members and use clear messaging. Let your messages be brief. Don't be the kind of person who writes paragraphs and paragraphs. Then be respectful in your communication and be empathetic. I talked about empathy. Then always seek feedback and clarification. If it's a design that you've worked on, if it's a new app that you've worked on, then ask for feedback. Ask for people's thoughts. What do you think about this design? Do you think it's something our team leader will take on? Always seek for feedback. Then soft skills also, they inspire a positive environment. So a positive team environment is really essential for productivity, because if an environment is negative, trust me, you will not be productive on the team. So a positive team environment is really essential for productivity and job satisfaction. So learn how you can inspire and motivate your team as a team lead, as a project lead. Learn how you can build trust and create a collaborative atmosphere. So what are you going to do? Recognize and appreciate your team members. Once in a while, recognize their achievements, thank them for the small tasks they're working on, provide constructive feedback. Don't be that team lead, don't be that developer who is always giving negative feedback, or even before you're giving negative feedback, acknowledge, be positive, then bring in the feedback later. Then encourage collaboration, encourage people to work together, encourage teamwork, and also create opportunities for professional development. Yes, you have a team of developers, but all you want from them is them developing software. Are you also developing them? Are you linking them up to courses, to scholarships that can help them skill further? Are you linking them up to the, these other lifelong learning courses, the personal development courses? Train your team, give them more value, and trust me, they will also give you more value. Then problem solving. How are you approaching challenges? You have to approach them creatively, because React development, I know it involves solving problems, solving complex challenges. So learn how you can approach challenges creatively. Think out of the box and find innovative challenges. So what are our action points here? Use brainstorming techniques. Brainstorm, find very many solutions, then find a solution for them. Then look at finding solutions in different perspectives. Get perspective A, perspective B, perspective C, and then zero down to one major solution. Then experiment with new ideas. Try out this. If you go through it, do you think is something that is going to work for your team? Try out A. Will it work for your team? Then embrace failure, because failure happens. So, but how are you rising? That's where resilience comes in. How are you rising once you fail? How are you coming back as a developer once you failed? Then leadership and advocacy. So as a React developer, you may be called upon to lead projects. Your team lead will call you, go and present this project to a client. So, or you have to advocate for your ideas, you're pitching to an investor. Learn how to build credibility, learn how you can, influence decision making, and also being able to navigate complex situations effectively. So what are our action points here? Building trust and relationships. You have to build, you have to have that person that believes in you, someone that will trust your idea once you brought it on board. You have to build relationships that you can actually rely on. Then also be able to delegate, effective delegation and time management. Be able to delegate, you have a team of people that you've worked with, you have a team of people that you trust, and tell them, maybe work on this interface, I'm going to work on the other one. Your ability to delegate will show how you've grown your team, how you've trained your team to work with you. Then you also have to, improve your negotiation skills, and you have to be adaptable and resilient. So as we conclude, I've been giving action points. So one vital thing I can say is you can never learn anything at once. So as you're working, as you're developing your career in React development, always seek out, always schedule a time. This week, maybe this month, I'll be upskilling as a person. I will learn how to negotiate. I will spend this 1 month taking a certification on leadership. I'll take this 1 month on taking a certification on communication skills, because I'm not yet a professional at communication, but it's through the different platforms that I'm given, the different opportunities, I keep on learning. So try as much as you can to upskill, because it will be necessary. You being that good developer in React is not enough. You need these soft skills. So look out for courses, take them on and learn. Then always seek out for opportunities. If you've learned a skill in communication, seek out for opportunities where maybe you can speak about React. If you've learned any skill that you've learned, any soft skill that you've learned, practice it. So by investing yourself in learning the soft skills, you'll definitely become more valuable to any project, because if they brought you on board as a React developer and they see you're really good at communicating, trust me, they will always go with you once they're pitching to investors. Once they see that you're really good at time management, they will always bring you on board. They will always want to have you on board because they see you have both the technical and the soft skills. Then you will also be able to collaborate effectively. You'll be able to lead teams. You'll definitely be creating an impact, and we all desire to make an impact, right, in whatever we are doing. So I just implore each one of us to go and upskill, learn the soft skills. They are really vital. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the team. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak at Rendercon Kenya. It's been the very first time I'm speaking at this event. Thank you so much. And you can connect with me via LinkedIn, Sumaiya Nalukwago, or Take Over with Sumaiya. I create content on YouTube. You can check out Take Over with Sumaiya. Thank you.